Good evening, Mr. Prosecutor. Welcome one and all. God, it's been a bit, but I am happier than a clam. Actually, I do need to do something, but that will wait. Probably it won't matter. Just because I only got the one light source, not the best lighting, but we probably won't even worry about it. We're here for one and one only thing only. Great Ace Attorney. And God, have I missed it. We have Great Ace Attorney 2, Episode 3, Trial Part 1 to continue. I am hoping to have a guest later tonight. Told me he's running a little late. I hope he joins because he's already getting mad that we're getting ahead of him again. But yes, we will be having Sergeant Hawk join us tonight. I do need to get one more thing out before we get too carried away. This. That's not wrong. Don't you love being scuffed? All I do around here. So that fixed. Great Ace Attorney shall commence. Return of the Great Departed Soul, Trial Part 1. October. Oh, yeah, that's a thing. Where'd the cat go? Give me all sorts of scuffed. All right, 23rd of October, 8:52 a.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber. I believe it's been 6 months since I was last allowed to work in court. And now here I am back at the Old Bailey. Ah, Mr. Naruhodo. Good morning, Professor Harebrain. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. The atmospheric pressure in here is off the charts. Never felt anything like it. It's crushing me. I feel it every time I'm here. That gravity. Well, this is Britain's highest court. But are you telling me he's fitted with some kind of device that can actually control air pressure? It's probably all in the mind. Yeah. I think that's a safe bet there, bud. Ah, yes. Well, you won't let me down, will you, Mr. Naruto? Counting you today in today's trial. You saved my life! Save the secret of my super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine from being made public. Yes, I understand. I know what I have to do. I have to establish that the explosion of today's goes is nothing more than an unfortunate accident. Well, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about, really. Justice will prevail. My conversations with Sir Honey appear to have been lumbered with the most tiresome case here. Mr. Sholmes! I didn't expect you to hear. It was very mean, Riddle, leaving me alone at home with Hurley. At least it took me at least an hour to wake him. Is it? Are you? You're what, Sholmes? indeed, sir. I am he. Sherlock Holmes. Oh, I've heard all about your exploits, even though I was living in Germany. Ah, yes, Rance magazine is on sale in Germany too. This month's installment was sublime. Your introduction to the adventure of the Silver Blaze was wonderful. Ah, yes, a memorable case indeed. Concerned a snake, I seem to recall. No, that was the Speckled Band. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming. I do appreciate your support. Sorry to disappoint you, my dear fellow, but I'm afraid I can't stay. Oh? Urgent business at Manage Spells. You mean your waxwork job? No, a waxwork abduction, of course. Madame has engaged my services. Good. Ah, so you're trying to get to the bottom of that ransom note, are you? The week's wages depend on it, and does the safe return of the waxwork, naturally. As such, I intend to give it my undivided attention. Oh well, never mind then, I understand. Of course, with my skills of observation and reasoning, resolving the matter will be easy as proverbial pie. Shall return forthwith. For until I solve the case, I shall have no money to afford a pie of any description. Then you must absolutely give it your full attention, Hurley. Quite, Iris, quite. Life is riddled with irony. You know? Whenever I give something my full attention, I have quite insatiable desire for pie. One of the universe's most intricate mysteries, you might say. Oh yes, quite, definitely, absolutely. Totally understand. Someone a little starstruck? Yes. I wish you the very best of luck, Professor Harebrine. Why thank you. Or Department Center, a word in your ear, if you would, please. Oh, what's this about? As you are very immaculately studying around in science, I feel I ought to inform you. As compelling as the super high voltage instantaneous kinesis hypothesis may be, practical implications such as was attempted by the professor at the Great Exhibition is quite impossible. Yeah, I figured that. He broke it. We fixed it. Don't worry. Okay, awesome. It's fixed. Great. So I can do it this way as well. Alright. Yeah, cool. Practical implications this was possible, but the professor here demonstrated was a success. Yes, it would appear that he fervently believes it was. And Professor Bunny Brain's paper about it too, Rent. And I have to say, I'm sure it can't be done. It could barely be done theoretically, let alone practically. He's completely barking up the wrong tree? How can an experiment that had no possibility to succeed in fact succeed? It's contradictory. And that's the contradiction that will be at the heart of the trial. I have no doubt. What's that supposed to mean? Now, I must hurry along. I wish you the best of luck, my dear fellow. See you later, Hurley. Well, it looks like you're on your own today. But you know, you can do it. Oh, what about you, Iris? Oh no, I'm afraid I can't help. I have something I need to do. Of course you do. I see. It's going to be a big surprise for you when you find out what it is. Huh. That sounds ominous. Yeah, I'm just gonna go full screen for a little bit. Counsel for the defense and the defendant. Court is about to be in session. Make your way into the courtroom at once. We're on our way. Yeah. We really are on our own today. Yeah, that's the really of the Mercury in this case. That's the key to this case. Yeah, we gotta figure out the contradiction and solve it quickly. October, 9:10 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court be in session. We are sitting today for the public trial of Professor Albert Harebrained. I call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is ready. The defense is ready, my lord. 6 months out of practice. What's more, I'm without Susato-san today. Yeah, we are completely on our own today. Just my imagination, or does Eric here feel even more oppressive? Yep. So, I must say I recollect the victim of this case all too well, Mr. O.D. Asman. Sir Asman was known as a financier, though it was merely a front for his diverse criminal activities. Only a month ago, the man appeared in court prosecuted by you, Lord Antiques. The jury unanimously found him not guilty. Every member of the jury had been bribed by the sound of it. Powerful London criminals are prepared to go extreme lengths to keep their freedom. A few days ago, on the 21st of October, Mr. Osmond, who's that? Work of the Reaper, was it? That is how your lordship would describe it, divine retribution. The fact remains that Mr. Asman's death was a direct result of actions of the accused, Professor Harebrained. Very well then. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you have been selected at random to represent the will of the people. Are the 6 of you ready to fulfill your societal duty? You're in your place. I'm most gratified to select to carry out this important duty, my lord. Have a man's fate in the palm of one's hand. Oh gosh, oh golly. It sends shivers down my spine. Who the hell are you? Science experiments, magic, conjure tricks, courtroom trials are nothing more than performances. Any serious scholar that defiles the reputation of science deserves to hang. We're gonna have to have sit on both sides of the fence and then settle on one. That's it, isn't it? You seem like super young to be on this. I love the typewriter sound effect for eating this corn on the cob. It's so funny. Ah, you. Wasn't like this in my day. It wasn't like this at all. Why do you have a gun? That's a police killer Ottermole lookalike. Again. He's exhausted as ever, it seems. Now, as I'm sure you're all aware, Incident we are here to judge tragedy took place at the Grand Exhibition shortly after its opening. Though the death toll could have been far worse, with the exception of the victim, no one was killed. Nevertheless, the dream of science being exhibited rapidly turned into a nightmare for the spectators. Tragic turn of events, and such, in the eyes of all London, no, the world beyond this trial. Their duty to reach swift and just conclusion, I feel. So, your opening statement, please, Lord Von Zeeks. At the heart of this incident is technology never before demonstrated anywhere in the world. One of science's latest developments, I take it? Is keen to capitalize on the great exhibition to improve Britain's technological advantage. Technology being demonstrated by the accused was described as super high voltage instantaneous kinesis. Good lord! Designed to disassemble human subjects using extremely high voltage electricity and beam them instantly to another location where they are subsequently reassembled. Is such a thing even within the realms of possibility? Well, I don't believe it, that's for sure. Disassembling people with electricity? My goodness, how shocking! Bad. Huh, the whole idea is absurd. The hypothesis would never stand up to scrutiny. Sir, I believe you are a fellow of the Royal Society, are you not? An expert in your field? I am, and my word on this matter can be considered final. Instantaneous kinesis poppycock. An expert and Mr. Sholmes are in agreement. It's impossible. Prosecution's view on the matter. Prosecution would assert that the accused instantaneous demonstration was a success. What? I'm so confused. What? What wrong? Define success? Order, order! Unassigned fries. Professor's hypothesis is currently under investigation by the British government. It is deemed to have merit, and a subsection research grant would be made available. The accused made use of an invention built on his hypothesis to imitate Mr. Osmond's life. Ordered should be the sole benefactor of the grant. Ah, I see his take on it. But... This disastrous demonstration was no accident. It was carefully designed from the outset to end the life of the victim. Okay, so that's your take. It's impossible, but it was a success because he murdered the other person getting the benefit from it. Thank you, Lord Von Zeeks. The prosecution's stance is clear. You will now bring forth witnesses that substantiate your claims. Gladly, my lord. Here goes the king. Bailiff, show the first witness to the stand. Dun dun dun. Witnesses, state your name and occupations for the court. Why is the defendant on the stand? Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard's Homicide Division. I was on duty at the demonstration on the day in question and in charge of following the investigation. Albert Harabrand, scientist. We're born in England, but have been carrying out research in Germany recently. Is correct? Yes, that's right. After graduating from university here in Britain, I went to work in Germany. Made an amazing discovery, which has brought me back, and I had to demonstrate my incredible hypothesis to a great exhibition. You demonstrated was incredible, right? Incredible explosion. The science was a success. The instantaneous kinesis worked. Everyone saw it. They must have. Yes, there was a terrible accident. Yes, there was the terrible accident, but The demonstration of my hypothesis was a success. Well, that much is undeniable as shown in this photograph taken by the forensic investigation team. Taken inside the Crystal Tower, I take it. Some exhibition, no less. That's right, my lord. It seems the victim rammed straight into it. I see. Very well. Submit the photograph as evidence. Alright. Photograph of the victim taken after being subsequently been beamed to the Crystal Tower shows the apparent stab wound to the chest. As the courts heard, the victim of the incident was Mr. Cody Osmond. Stands out here. Something that really sticks out to me right now. I feel like the bloodstain would be bigger, but I have to work off right now. There had been a number of allegations made against the man, but put them aside for time being. He was the man who financed the research for the experiment of the demonstration itself. So, to summarize the situation, the defendant is accused of taking the life of the man who funded this work. Would that be correct? Exactly. But couldn't it be the explosion was caused by some malfunction in the apparatus used for the demonstration? That's right, that must be it. My splendid machine. My poor, splendid machine. You saw it yesterday, didn't you? Can't examine the wreckage thanks to the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. What? The wreckage? The wreckage? But being the case, how can facts be established? How can it possibly determine whether this was an accident or a deliberate and malicious act? Extremely simply, my lord. Beg your pardon? Isn't that right, witness? What, sorry? Me? No, your neighbor. Yes, sir, it was murder, plain and simple. Everyone could state with a complete certainty. What? How can you possibly think that? Thank you, Inspector. I think we had better proceed to formal testimony. You will explain to the court on what grounds you claim the experience to have been for murder. Murder. Red rum. Red rum. The corpse that went crashing through the Crystal Tower had a broken neck. Made a minor miscalculation in the angle of the beam. That's all. Post-mortem examination revealed another injury, a fatal wound. There was a lesion in the chest where he was stabbed with something sharp in the heart. So the victim was killed before he went anything. Couldn't it have been like the glass that broke? In addition to suffering a broken neck, the victim was also stabbed in the heart. Information I really would have liked to have heard from someone other than the judge. The coroner says the death would have been all but instance from a wound like that. You could say, in fact, the victim was killed twice by the accused. No, and no. That couldn't be further from the truth. I have here the experiment plan document that was submitted to the security team. The victim stood himself in something called the bird cage, ready to be beamed instantly. The second level of the Crystal Tower, about 25 yards away. The experiment did not go according to plan, however. The machine was put into operation, there was a large explosion. The blast caused the beam transmitter to point higher than intended. Oh, accordingly, the kinesis resulted in the birdcage materializing in midair, where it subsequently fell, crashing through the glass of the tower's large round window. Okay, so that explains the broken shards. My word, one assumes the victim's neck was broken upon impact with the tower then. So sorry, I didn't mean for this to happen. She was just too powerful. Honestly, really, I swear, it was just an accident, terrible accident. Unfortunately, excuse can't save you. No, not considering the sharp murder weapon that pierced the victim's heart. Murder weapon? What are you saying? This is the autopsy report submitted by the coroner. Prosecution would like it entered into the court record. Your request is granted, counsel. It's broken from the impact of a violent flame stabbed with a shard. That could be the glass shards. I was there in person, you know. I saw the whole ludicrous performance. The only other person on the stage was that disgraceful excuse for a scientist. And really, by all accounts, it must have been him. Hard to think otherwise, really. Very well. Counsel for the defense. Proceed with the cross-examination, please. Yes, my lord. I need to focus here. It's been a while. It's only been 6 months. Affront for murder! Corpse that went crashing through the crystal tower had a broken neck. I want to look at the autopsy report. Tony Osmond, male, 47, British. Hemorrhage of a wound to the chest pierced the heart by a sharp implement, broken vertebrae. It's like a result of critical height. Okay. This. The defense knew nothing of this person. God, that's a horrible press. See this work from the forensic investigation team only this month. It was the first we knew of it as well. Only apologize for the impossibility of informing the defense. Sarcastic and insincere. Thanks. So, what's the nature of the shot fire jacket? Among the accused tools used in the demonstration, one is of particular interest. This. Ah, yes, the screwdriver that we wanted to mess with. There he is. What? My trusty little companion. Andrew! I thought they were called Alan. Andrew? Of course. How do you know of each other already? He's one of my dear friends, like all my tools. Name them all, you know. We're on one big happy family. He's gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, I swear. Here's my flathead screwdriver, of course. His brother Michael is the crosshead. Well, it would appear that your beloved Andrew has a red stain on his shank. That isn't... It's blood, beyond all reasonable doubt. No. That's not all. The long, sharp shape of the Andrew fellow is completely consistent with the victim's wound. This is the murder weapon. What? Order, and a side of fries. Court will enter this friend of the defendant as evidence. The screwdriver has been entered into the court record. One of the professor's harebrained tool is the murder weapon. That I don't know about. This is blood. Sir Aspen's no doubt. This is the problem of looking at murder weapons. Looks like it's broken a bit. Then again, it is a flathead. I thought that's supposed to be top or it's supposed to be broken. It looks almost like there's a little bit of rust on the top. Wait a second. I'm probably getting like 50 steps ahead of myself, but I think I already know how it happened. Great. I think crossbow's the murder weapon. feel like we can present this picture. It's like we've got the sharp glass. Maybe you should just press everything and save.
Hold it!
It's not the end of the world. Are you suggesting that's because he fell from considerable height? Exactly, which highlights something else about this whole rum business. It's not the fact that the instantaneous kinesis itself was a success. Hey, what? The explosion of the cage with the fellow inside suddenly appeared out of nowhere in mid-area. Although the experiment ended in disaster, the so-called instantaneous did actually occur. Remind us, Professor, what was the cause of the fatal disaster?
Hold it!
The angle of the projection is critical, is it? Calculate yourself personally? The calculation is far too complicated for anyone but the material. That's fair. Only you got it wrong, didn't you? Yes, that's right. That's the point. The calculation is so complicated, even I can make a mistake. People fall for that brazen confidence. I should try it. I agree. Took into account the subject's height and weight, and the wind direction and the ambient temperature. And every possible variable just to understand how this could have happened. Obviously, I had to include the weight of the clothes as much at the time. Yeah, it was wearing, I suppose. Hi, Moon. How are you? I'm still very tired. But God, Persona 3 last night was a blast. Thank you for hanging out with me. Yeah, I mean, on. I think it's 6 achievements left to do. And emotional. I mean, what emotions? Yeah, we don't have emotions. We're robots. Designed to defeat in shadows. We've become one with, I guess. Honestly, yes, very sad. Ah. Yeah, I'm a robot and I have no feelings. Exactly. Cracking comments. The answer should have been 3. One for safety first. The 3 must be for safety third. Wait, 3.
Hold it!
I think we pressed 4. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel right now, Moon. Crying. I need to set up the stream deck to do emotes. I still haven't done that yet. Doesn't make any sense. I didn't think I had to spell this out, but here we go. Just because there were 2 fatal wounds doesn't mean I'm saying the victim had 2 lives to lose, does it? You're right. Here's the most emotional to do for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I haven't beaten 4, but it's gonna be tough to beat Persona 3 in the fields department. That's for sure. At first, we thought the book died due to his spine snap. Well, case. Get your answer once I finish my fish and chips. But if you don't, button in there if you say. Those fish and chips don't end. Rips at your heart so many times that you don't know something. I know. Even Inosuke acknowledges it. It's a bottomless bag of chips. This thing can solve world hunger, yet he chooses not to share. That's the real crime here. None of this accidental murder. The fact that he's not solving world hunger is the problem right now. The victim plummeted 30 feet into a glass tower. It would be reasonable to assume that the cause of death. Right, that's what we all thought, but it was the red herring, wasn't it? I already pressed this one, because it gave us the screwdriver.
Hold it!
I enjoyed it so much. You really got fast. I know. I spent through like a little bit of like the stuff, downtime stuff, but I didn't really speed up a whole lot. It's such a good game, and now I see why you love it so much. That's it for saying. Huh. Do you really need to ask? There are only 2 people in the public. The whole crowd. The victim, Mr. Odiasman, and the accused, Professor Harebrain. You know for certain that the experiment, the victim was alive. That's right. My own eyes. Furthermore, Following the explosion being kinesis, nobody went anywhere near the body. In other words, only someone else on stage with the victim.
Great Scott! Excuse
You
me!
have something to say, good sir. I want to be female, so it's been a while almost. Well, there is a mod that they're working on, Moon. Professor Harebrain, do you have some information that may be relevant here? God, I hate the fact that our defendant's a witness. Professor? I gotta get the achievements in P3, P2. Yeah. Well, you're like me in P3R right now. Oh, sorry. Just calculating the optimum coefficient of electrolysis to separate molecules in the human body. And the witness stand is the best place for that? It seemed as though you might have something to say. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it. I just hate when the achievement says 100% the compendium. I don't need Pokemon 2. I already have Pokemon 2. It's called Scarlet and Violet. And Pokemon Home. Spectre Greg since last week. Yes, that's right. Of course. You just said that nobody else could have done it, didn't you? Yeah, that's right. Who else could have stabbed the victim? I don't know. I mean, you are the defendant. I feel like you have the right to say that. There's no way I could have possibly stabbed Mr. Aspen, as you say. Eh? Explain, please, Professor. Of course, this cold-hearted policeman may not be aware, but I suppose humans are warm-blooded mammals with blood running continuously through their veins. I had heard. Here, surely you see, if I plunged someone the size of Andrew's man's chest, the whole stage would have been a blood swimming pool. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't understand. There's very little blood now. Thousands of Londoners are watching me at the time. Yet none of them claims to have seen a swimming pool of blood. Well, no, I suppose not. See, not one. True, I didn't see anything like that. Well done, Professor, it was a great counter-argument. God, our own witness is helping himself. That's unfirst. That's unheard of. Pray forgive the discourtesy if I savor a drop from my hollow chalice to accompany my old friends Addising? Or Addising? Here's to you, Albert. Oh, you're too kind, Barak, but I'm really not a patch on you. And another one down the drain. No, you're not. No? Neglected to mention one crucial possibility. I have? A particular situation in which very little bleeding would result from a stab. Oh, of course. Inspector, enlighten the court, please. Yes, sir. Where are they going with this? Very well. You will amend your formal testimony now, Inspector Gregson. The weapon the victim was stabbed must have been left in his body when he was beamed through the air.
Hold it!
Why would you think that, Inspector? Any wound, it's only when you pull the weapon out that profuse bleeding occurs. While it's still lodged in the body, it acts as a stopper. Yeah, we've heard this before. You see, you don't need a medical degree to be aware of this fact. It's common knowledge for any investigator. Where's Susato-san when you need her? If you ask me, this bloke masks what he was doing from the view of the body before stabbing Asmund in the chest. Beamed the victim off stage with his fancy device and screwdriver where he still planted it. I would never do such a thing. Not for my precious tools. I would never use them for such dirty work. You only use tools for their intended purpose. That's common knowledge for any scientist. Fact remains, the lack of blood was seen can be easily explained as the prostitution is demonstrated. That's the testimony I have to work with. I had no idea the victim had been stabbed. It changes everything. In seeks to keep this to himself on purpose to gain the advantage. Oh well, I suppose all I can do is present the witness as possible, which we've already done. But wouldn't it like still be like showing if it was in it? Shape of the woman. This is pierced in the heart. It's still in there, shouldn't it? There's no blood here besides there. It's either this or the screwdriver.
Objection!
No. No, I would not. I definitely would not judge. I wouldn't do that to answer about fur. Rest assured, I should be happy to carry this. It's got some. Ouch. Yeah, you're right. We do have to prove our worth before we send it back home.
Objection!
It's not the screwdriver either? Am I presenting on the wrong statement? Is this soaked in blood? Pink coat. Showing just been struck by lightning. Not. Scorch marks. Is it really the crossbow?
Objection!
Not the crossbow. Wow. I never thought I was gonna have this much trouble with the first cross-examination. Ah, this is rough.
Hold it!
Let's try pressing again just to read through everything. The height, no. Just success. Bonus is on compare.
Hold it!
Another kind of injury. Makes sense. Looked at just case. Bag.
Hold it!
There's the no, it's companion Andrew. Michael on the cross. Ink. Blood. Lodged in the body. So where does this go then? I already pressed everything though.
Hold it!
Did we press this again? It should have been 3. What does it mean about 3 for? Suspicion. Right side spot the Reaper attacked. Trial. It's the first situation. Result. I think dark forces. Look at all of the. I've looked at all the evidence. Still don't know what the 3 is for. If it's referring to the third piece of evidence, that would be the crossbow. But we've already presented the crossbow here. Stabbed his body. Here's the heart. Very sharp implement. Maybe something we're missing besides the fact that it's just charred. Like missing evidence or something? Where does this go? It's not this, it's not this, it's not this.
Objection!
What the? What do we have to present here? It has to be this kick. Stab. Who's beat through the air?
Objection!
Is not a crossbow. God, what is it? What the? How? I have no idea what we're missing. Literally, everything I present is like. It's just been like, yeah, no, that's not it. No, it's not it. No, it's not it. No, it's not it. What the hell is it?
Guilty.
Guilty!
Kill me.
Am I really gonna look this up? I really don't want to. witnessing. Yes. Got the wiki up if I really get desperate, but I have no idea what to even think it'd be. God. Do we still have our evidence? No, we don't. So we gotta press
Hold it!
And will let me speed through these again? Yes. So we have to press through everything again.
Hold it!
I can't remember what was giving us where. I know we have to press the 5th statement to get the updated statement.
Hold it!
And your bottomless comment.
Hold it!
So, statement 4. That's the screwdriver, which should be Andrew, of course. Michael's are across. Yeah. Can you please just get back to right where we were before we failed everything miserably? I hate how hard it is to get back. I'm a little upset
Hold
that
it!
we reset all our progress on this.
Great Scott! Excuse me!
Hi, buddy. You have something to say again, Professor Hairbrain? Yeah, we've already seen all this. Please let me catch back up. Are you gonna change your statement, Gregson? Why does it take so much time, even speeding through the prompts, to catch back up to where we were? God, this is punishing. Oh, the handle's got something too. Jesus. Oh! We literally just didn't investigate it good enough. It was found at the base of of what remains of the case.
Objection!
Now it works. See, the weapon remains in the body with very little bleeding. That's unequivocal. Yep. Look, there was no blood on the experimental stage, though the fellow was stabbed. The only explanation for that is that the screwdriver was still in his body, stopping any heavy bleeding. It's common medical knowledge, my learned friend, even on your side of the world. Yes, but about the screwdriver? Thing is, we actually saw the scene ourselves on the experimental stage. What? It was on the floor of the right by the machine, poking through a metal grill. Oh, effective here, stop. Is that right, Inspector Gregson? Come to mention it, yes. Inspector, are we to understand that you permitted the defense counsel to investigate? That you contravened the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act? Yeah? No, not at all. I wouldn't do that. I just let him look. Nothing more. Very clear to me he wasn't to touch a thing. That's true. The screwdriver was in plain sight on the stage. But this shouldn't have been... But it shouldn't have been, should it? What are you getting at? If this tool's still been in the victim's body when the victim was beamed away by a machine, then it shouldn't have been on the stage. There we go. Now we're missing things. Now we're making gas. Alright. That's right. It should have been beamed across the Crystal Tower along with Mr. Asman. And still lodged in the victim's chest. Bro. Order. Explain this, Inspector. I don't. Everything the victim had in the person when he was beamed. The screwdriver was still in his chest when the instantaneous occurred. Obviously, it should have been beamed to the destination as well. This is a strange situation. Even though people are saying it's instantaneous kinesis is a scientific impossibility. Just realized one issue. Even though people are saying this is a possibility, we're still basing arguments on the assumption that it did actually take place. Alright, time to tighten the screws here. What, you're saying we had a few screws loose? Prosecution's evidence was inconsistent in its arguments. The comic could testimony giving support that we rely upon.
Hold it!
What? Why are you intervening? I don't need you messing this up for me. Do you have something to say, witness? Yes, I knew it. It bears out. The equations hold. Mr. Naruhodo, don't worry. About what? Without delving into the details, there is no inconsistency. You're hurting your own case. Let's see it. But I am annoyed. What? Even if Andrew had been lodged in Andrew's chest, especially two wouldn't have moved. Andrew remaining on the stage is consistent with my calculations. Whoa, you idiot. You are ruining your own case. And there goes the bottle. Been shattered. Clearly, we should hear the accused's explanation. Or should I say, this brilliant scientist's explanation? Just what I have found an inconsistency in the prosecution's argument. I agree. Scientists. Very well, the defendant will testify again. Provide us with a scientific explanation to why the inconsistency of the defense fails to hold. Alright. In the name of Apollo, I will, my lord. God, I'm going to strangle him. I know he's my client, but I am going to strangle him if he ruins his own case again. Please don't ruin your case. Please don't. To be clear, I'm still at the stage of gathering data in my research. It states that the kinesis cannot transport metal, though, hence the metal would have stayed put. In other words, the point you just raised by ManintehHat isn't complexity at all. Mr. Tasman was a corporation of research without having my work would be possible. I have duty to protect the incredible machine we built together. Yeah. Oh boy. The thrust of your testimony, Professor, is based upon his hypothesis, metal objects cannot be moved by the instantaneous kinesis. In other words, since the screwdriver is made of metal, even if it remained lodged in the victim's chest, sufficient discovery of the stage the victim would be found elsewhere is not an inconsistency. Therefore, the Professor Albert Henry could still have been the killer. Well, see, we had to make the cage used to contain the substitution wood for that reason. It's not addressing you, witness. Professor Hairbrain? Yes. Whose side are you on here? I don't take sides, Mr. Naruhodo. No. My only interest in holding my hypothesis. I'm a scientist, after all. So, good to know. You're gonna end up in prison. Working for us or against us? It's very hard to tell. Let's see how you cross-examine this testimony, my Nipponese friend. Let's fire away, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm going to strangle him. To be clear, still at the stage of gathering data in my research. That's fine. Honestly, he's just gonna trace metal.
Hold it!
I want more information about the metal. So this isn't proven then? No, of course not. It's merely a hypothesis, but a good one, based on thousands of calculations. But it's widely known that metals can't be decomposed by electrolysis. Yes, of course, I am right. That was really correct. This is about incriminating himself that makes this man so happy. The whole reason that the birdcage is made of wood, you see. Sorry, the birdcage? Yes, that's what I call just a cage in which Mr. Asman was placed with the Wait! His glasses are made of metal. Why wouldn't the glasses... That doesn't explain the glasses, thank you very much. Please, the defendant alone had the opportunity to put the fatal injury on the victim. Indeed, sir. Someone beam me out of this nightmare. I agree. Agree with that scam.
Objection!
Objection? He's wearing glasses! According to your hypothesis, nothing made of metal can be beamed by instantaneous kinesis using the machine you made. Yes, that's right. Spot on. Exactly correct. In that case, I'd ask you to have a look at this photograph that was taken at the scene. In particular, look at the victim's face. You can clearly see that Mr. Asman is wearing a pair of spectacles with a metal rim. Metal? No, metal can't. That's not. Metal? No! I've already established that the proposed murder weapon, the screwdriver, was found on the stage. However, if your hypothesis correctly predicted that the outcome, it should have also predicted that the metal rim spectacles would be found in the same place. Now we're getting somewhere. Mr. Hairbrain, this is easy for me to say. Your hypothesis is clearly flawed. Order! Order! Council, what is the implication of this? On the day in question, the alleged instantaneous kinesis never actually took place, and it's entirely possible the victim was killed somewhere other than on stage. In that case, someone other than the defendant could have been the culprit. But my hypothesis is sound. Proof that day. The experiment was a success. The experiment was proof of all my work. Subjecting the juror. In my capacity as a fellow of the Royal Society. Yes, juror number 4. Go ahead.
As a man of science,
And that's a fraud who pretends to be a fellow man of science. Wait, great Scott. Are you science is suspect? It's just been disproved, hasn't it? In front of all of us. In other words, the whole demonstration was complete nonsense from start to finish. Believe me, my fellow jurors, when I tell you that this man is heel, a bounder, and a fraud. I say the wreckage of that machine should be stripped down and thoroughly examined. Never! That machine's the essence of my entire hypothesis. Protected by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. What the devil is that blasted out fell about, eh? Who made up such a daft rule? I don't like where this seems to be going.
Objection!
Professor Harebrained has yet to perfect his invention. It would seem to be the case, yes? But even so... Even so what? Going to such trouble and expense to create a fake machine to display in public. Then absolutely no reason to do
objection!
He had an obvious reason to do exactly that. For the research grant money. Huh? The government was foolish enough to have deemed that man's ridiculous notion plausible. He and his conspirators would have received a handsome sum indeed. Conspirators? What would be the value of such grant? 10 pounds? They're an order of magnitude out, madam. 500 pounds a year! We could live handsomely on that for years! Society's noticed an increase in bogus public demonstrations in the field of science recently. Plenty of scientists arguing with each other to get the largest slice of the funding cake. This is plenty motive enough for murder, I assure you. So you're saying you murdered him to keep the money? I haven't deceived anyone. Least of all the government. Wow, it's the sound. The science is sound. Please, you must believe me.
Objection!
Of course, I object. No matter how unbelievable this hypothesis may seem to you, ladies and gentlemen, the fact remains that the victim was transported instantly to the Crystal Tower. Which means that the experiment was a success. Ah, Barak. And therefore, the only person who could have possibly committed the murder is the accused. Ah, Barak. Where is this heading? I have no idea. Neither do I. My lord, if I may. Yes, Lord Van Zeeks. Prosecution would like to summon new witnesses to the stand. New witnesses? What would the nature of their involvement? They were spectators of the demonstration at the exhibition, who were occupying special seats. Eyewitnesses? Very well, the court grants the prosecution's request. So let's say the very hear from eyewitnesses to the incident. Prosecution stance is clear. Experiment was no pastiche. Accused kills the financier victim there on the public stage before the very eyes of the spectators. Now, my learned friend. Yes? It's time for you to make your own stance clear. There's clearly a flaw in the professor's hypothesis. I can definitely see that. Where does that leave me? We shall take a short recess now. During which time, the prosecution will prepare new witnesses to take the stand. As you wish, my lord. In that case, court is adjourned for 20 minutes. Alright, where are we going with this? To be continued. And that would be a great time to take a break and get snacking me. You know, that sounds like a great idea. Plus, I think it'd be alright to run some ads so we can get rid of those pesky pre-rolls for some people. Alright, guys. I will catch you guys in about let's say 7 minutes. Just so I have time to munch down. We're going to run a quick 3-minute ad block just to get rid of those pesky pre-rolls for those new viewers. And I'll see you guys in a small bit. And we're back. Except I can't hear any of you. Now I do. So, I just got word from our guest. He should be crashing the party within like 5-10 minutes. In the meantime, we continue. 23rd of October, 10:44 a.m. The Old Bailey defendant's antechamber. Mr. Naruhodo, what on earth were you playing just now? Or rather, what on earth were you playing at all along? My hypothesis, my amazing hypothesis. You've been picking holes in it from the start. Sorry about that. You promised me. You said you'd prove the dread explosion was an accident, not murder. That I did promise. My personal veteran from falling into anyone's hands. All items far just trying to undermine me. Isn't that you? Yes, I did make you a promise. You're right. I said that I'd believe in you and your fight for your freedom to the very end. I also told you I was no scientist. I don't understand your hypothesis. Fact is, there's an undeniable flaw in your logic. But if I just run through some equations... Yes, you see, it's because my work is incomplete. Fact is, nevertheless, a man died as a consequence, didn't he? Oh no! Right. So right. It's all my fault. I have no room to blame for you. I have no right to blame you for my failure. I'm a disaster. Not just a scientist, but as a human being. That might be a little over the top. While we're on the subject, what about Barrock? He's being awful. Claiming his old university friend to be a murderer? You mean? He's a disaster, not just as a prosecutor, but as a human being. Where have I heard that before? Oh, but no. Wait, he's the Reaper, isn't he? Perhaps he's not classified as a Homo sapien anymore. But that's cleared up. Can I double check something with you? Yeah, yes? What? Machine demonstration prepared. Were they based in Thailand, your hypothesis, I presume? There was no trickery involved? I the plans for the machine with my very own hands. Okay? Every line was painstakingly drawn with the firm belief that science is the only the future. Cool. So yes, it's hard. It's true that my hypothesis hasn't reached maturity yet, but please, Mr. Hodo, you must believe in it. Alright, Professor. I understand. Counsel, defendant. Prosecution witnesses are ready to take the stand. Court is about to be in session again. Yellow, hello, EV Master. Been a bit, hasn't it? So I got some good news for you, particularly. We have the Apollo Justice trilogy now. So, we'll be playing that eventually. Yeah. I've already played through the first case just to get a feel for the game. Oh god, we're in for a wild ride. So, that won't be blind, but the rest of the game will be. Make your way into the courtroom, please. First case is crazy. I was, like, not even expecting the defendant to be that person. Like, that was, the first thing was crazy. And I don't even think I fully understood, like, the aftermath of that case. Professor's hypothesis is sound as he claims. Him as the only person who could possibly have killed the victim. Does a lot of foreshadowing. Oh, good to know. Makes a lot of more sense now since I haven't played Case 2 yet. On the other hand, Mr. Schwartz, that practical implementation, such as the vision, is completely possible. prove the hypothesis is wrong and save him, or we need to let him be murdered for him to prove his case. 23rd of October, 11 a.m., the Old Bailey courtroom. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby reconvene the proceedings of the court. Defense and prosecution, are you ready for the new witnesses to testify? Prosecution is ready, my lord. Is the defense, my lord. So, Lord Van Zeeks. I believe these next witnesses saw the demonstration on the day in question with their own eyes. Indeed, they did. And as luck would have it, one of them is a police detective. The testimony are about to hear considered highly reliable. Oh boy. Perfect. Detective of all people. Prosecution stance remains unchanged. Though it ended in a tragedy, the demonstration on the day in question was scientifically sound. And consequently, the sole person with the opportunity to have committed this act of murder. The only other individual present at the stage of time, the accused. Oh boy. Thank you, counsel. The prosecution position is clear. Bring forth your witnesses now. Bailiff, show the witnesses in. Gotta love having multiple witnesses on the stand. Witnesses are questioned to clarify the truth unequivocally. Yay! What's the kid? Oh, hi, Jenny. Witnesses, state your name and occupations for the court to hear. My name is Balthasar Loon. I am the impresario of all the hot air balloons in the vicinity of the Spermito stage. My name is Wilhelm Gottesstreich Sigismund Ormstein. Come see the great exhibition all the way from my home in Bohemia. I'm very rich. Inspector Gino Lestrade, Scotland Yard. And great detective, even Erlock Sholmes agrees. God damn it! We don't need his word everywhere. I was on security duty at the exhibit, and I got to put one of those balloons up. You know, again. She did mention that she'd seen the disaster from open up balloon, actually, didn't she? She clearly loved every minute of it. There were 3 balloons flying near the public experimentation stage when the incident occurred. 2 of these witnesses are in one balloon and saw the events from the skies above. Make it sound like they were in the clouds. It was only an altitude of circa 60 feet, very low. Well, you can't see nothing if you fly too high, can ya? 60 feet, about 18 meters then. Thank you for your introductions. Now you will give your formal testimony for the court. God, I thought 2 people on the stand was bad. I'm gonna have 3. Kindly witness those 3, yeah. Oh boy. Oh hey, just in time. Just in time. You've got just in time for the testimony. How are you, Sergeant Hogg?
Like as soon as I got home, I got a something.
Oh no! That's no bueno.
I'll live. If it's not debilitating, it's just painful.
You insist.
Are you? You've been doing all of them. Oh, you want me to take over at least?
We'll at least get through this this testimony first. I hope you're not too far behind.
Oh, I'm absolutely far behind.
Oh, of course you are.
I played up to like the end of the investigation date.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know what facts have been established. I don't know what that's still needing to be figured out.
So, you want the short and skinny of right now where we're at?
Yeah, if you would.
Court record time. So, we have established, by investigating the screwdriver, that it was found at the grill of the base without touching it, and it fits the wound inside the victim's body that supposedly actually did complete kinesis. So it did teleport from one stage to another. However, it was angled too high, so the guy fell about 30 feet, but he did not die from the fall. He died from the stab wound to the heart.
So most likely he was killed and supposedly he teleported to somewhere where it would thought that it was the fall that killed him.
Correct. The original plan of this was that he just goes the straight 25 feet over, but he spawned up 30 feet up too high. But, as they were seeing, blood, is not splittering everywhere. But there's like, yes, the screwdriver can't travel through because metal doesn't transfer. But he's wearing metal glasses. So they're still saying that he was murdered, before he got teleported. Yeah. I think so too. We gotta get there first is the problem. I see the end goal. The problem is getting there. So,
like, do you want me to say how I think it may have occurred?
Is it this piece of evidence we found? Yeah, that's exactly my thoughts as well. Watch it be a red herring in the end. Alright, testimony
Hold the
time.
court record one more time. Hey, real quick. Do you see the screwdriver?
Yes. Its name is, God, what was his name? Arthur, right?
Wait, that's Martha?
No, Arthur. A. And, the cross-headed screwdriver is Michael.
Okay. I'll pull it up on...
I've got it on Discord if you want to just watch along.
I am watching along on this.
Cool. Alright. Time for the testimony. It was an incident terrible. I'm only grateful that my balloons were not damaged. Oh yeah, Ginny's now an inspector for the London Yard.
Yep.
Okay, making sure you're aware.
Like I said, I played through up to the end of investigation day.
Okay.
So I was aware of that.
There's this huge bang from the stage, and then the next second, another bang in the sky right beside us. And from amid the smoke, a cage appeared out of nowhere. The cage, it fell from the sky like a stone and crashed into the crystal tower. I didn't get a look inside the cage, but no one went near after it crashed into the tower. Not going to enjoy this 3-witness bench. It's gonna be annoying if we press everything. Most extraordinary collective account, I must say. Could I just clarify something? There's a detail in the witness testimony I have not heard any mention of until now. Specifically, that there were 2 explosions. More precisely, 2 explosions in 2 separate places. Yes. First one should be the gun, or the beamer. The demonstration began. The balloon carrying the 2 witnesses was around here. There were other balloons in the air nearby at the time carrying other passengers as well, to be clear. Yep, there was the explosion that tilted it up, and as power supplied to the machine for the demonstration, the first explosion occurred. So the called birdcage that contained the victim disappeared from the stage, and a moment later, the second explosion occurred directly adjacent to the balloon carrying the witness. The birdcage appeared at the site of the explosion, so it could make it plummet down to the tower. I was very surprised. Suddenly, a cage appeared before my eyes with like a person inside. The blast was so hot, but I didn't want to miss a thing, so I kept my eyes wide. You're gonna buy another balloon from him? Okay. I still have lots of money. Precisely, who is this curious infant? I'm told he is a young noble of Bohemian royalty. And apparently he disguised himself in order to steal the unnoticed... he disguised himself in order to steal unnoticed into the exhibition. Yeah, here I am. I am here in London on a sightseeing trip in my elementary school. We will have the benefit of a child's point of view in the testimony. We really need that.
They might exaggerate things. when a kid is told do not tell a lie, they will most likely not tell a lie unless it's to defend themselves.
It's true. Also, we have Iris's theme playing. I love Iris.
Is Iris helping us as judicial
No.
assistant?
No, we are on our own. Iris has something waiting for us, and Herlock Sholmes has to go investigate Maninteh's spells. Yes. Then I removed my mask. This is what I look like. Oh yes, I see a delightful face, I'm sure. Yeah, everybody says so. Great disguise then. Point is, the testimony of these witnesses further substantiates the facts of the court. Namely, that despite ending in an explosion, his genie's kinesis is successfully demonstrated. Oh yeah, the other major point. Herlock Sholmes is insisting that kinesis cannot happen. Period.
Oh, I think I see what he is suggesting. If you open the like, I think his thought process was something along the lines of that's more of a direct connection here in canon, but it had to build up a charge to the point where it could generate enough force to send it that way.
I don't know. We'll see. But that's the other warning we've been given from Herlock, and someone else said it's impossible. Oh, juror number 4. Who's an expert in science. Furthermore, until the arrival of the police, no one approached the crystal tower where the victim fell. Therefore, only the accused, who was with Mr. Osmond on the stage, could possibly have committed the murder. Yes, thank you, counsel. The prosecution's views on the matter are quite clear. So, the defense's cross-examination now, please. Yes, my lord. Alright. Really don't want to press everything. Incident terrible, recently Griffin Village when approached. That makes no need to be pressed. This huge bank from the stage, and then there's another thing beside us.
Gina! Something doesn't seem right on the last part of what you just said.
No, that was just explained. They said that the first explosion when he was teleported, and then a second explosion when he reappeared.
Another bang in the sky beside us.
Yeah, she's in a balloon.
Oh, she was
All of these people were in a balloon. 2 of them were together, 1 was alone.
Alright.
I guess you joined right after that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back. Amidst the smoke, a cage appeared out of nowhere. Didn't get a good look at the cage, but no one knew the cage was I want to press Gina's first stage.
Hold it!
You actually saw the accident happen up in the air. Yep, isn't it amazing what a detective gets to do, eh? I'm telling you, auto being a lawyer is a month's game, and you should join the force for flying together. You know me so well. Yes, well, anyway, could you tell us exactly what you saw there? Everything. Saw everything because we're up there with the ball. That dodgy cub came climbing into the cage, and the dodgy professor pulled on the levers. Then it happened. That's when the massive bang in the cage disappeared, just like that. You describing the moment the session's body was decomposed by the electricity, I believe. I didn't know what to make of it. Then there was another bang, right in me ear. I looked around, and there was a huge, great fireball right next to us in the sky.
That's Peter.
There was nothing there before. You have something to add, child?
Excuse me.
Hopefully.
Master Gotts, does your memory of the day differ? My teacher at elementary school said that when you meet something for the first time, you should always use their full name. Yes, what was it again? William Gottschalk Sigmund Ornstein. I'm gonna have fun voicing this kid. Just the 4 names then? The point is, do you have something to say? Something to add to in response to Detective Gina Lestrade's last remark? Oh, I get it right, Otto. It's Inspector Lestrade. Why does everyone have a problem with how I address them at the moment? That is not what I saw. Oh? Yeah, there was a second explosion and it was right beside a balloon, that is true. But I'm not sure. That's what I said in it. 1 minute there was nothing, next time a massive explosion. My teacher at elementary school said that when something else is speaking, even if you are rude enough to interrupt, you will have seen the most awful life imaginable. Are all Bohemians brought up to be so full of joy? Just before the second explosion happened next to our balloon, I clearly witnessed a green balloon flying in the sky. A green balloon? You what? I never saw nothing like that. Well, I did. I saw it. You can't say I didn't. I will complain if you cancel. If it's cry and scream. My testimony is the truth. I am Bohemian Prince. You cannot say it's a lie. That is not allowed. Disc. Playing the bleeding royalty card, eh? Typical. Says the orphan who likes to remind people she works for Her Majesty's police.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, young man, I must ask you to amend your formal testimony in the interest of coordinational relations between Great Britain and Bohemia.
Hold it!
Press again. A green balloon, you say? Are you sure about that? Of course I am sure. I'm proud Bohemian Prince. All these questions are making me boring. I think you mean bored. Ah, English is very annoying. The language of my countrymen is far superior. Ragazzo, it's very wrong to lie. Lie? Flying balloons never explode. For the same reason the planets never explode. It's illogical. Please tell me that doesn't mean logical. You insult me, you insult all of Bohemia. Madai. I will carry the army, come and shoot all of your stupid balloons out of the sky. All of them! Another coin. Here you are, Your Highness. Only all international incidents were so easily resolved. Now that peaceful relations have been restored here in the courtroom, perhaps we could return to the testimony. I agree. You also see the moment that the cage materialized, Mr. Moon. No, I did not see the explosion myself. However, what's his name? Yeah.
Hold
That's
it!
what I'm trying to figure out too. Did you see that actually happen? No. In reality, I did not. I saw it after it hit the tower. There was a grand confusion around the stage. I ran to see what had happened. I was terrorized by the idea that one of my balloons had crashed. Okay, so he was not on the ground, but the other 2 were in the balloon. Okay.
He's probably there as a representative of his company.
Yes. I suppose they are his liabilities. He's also a witness to seeing the crash. When I looked up to the sky, all of my precious balloons were still there. I saw it though. It was a slam into the tower. After all, I am a detective now. Which are you, detective or inspector? And tell us what you saw, Inspector Lestrade. That's what I'd like to hear.
Oh, she's just ready.
Hold it!
Was it you who gave order to keep people away? Use your head, Otto. How could it have been me? I was up in the balloon, weren't I? Right. Because I went to Bill. It was the boss who had legged over there. He was getting shoved and kicked off by all over by panicking spectators as he tried to seal off the scene. The real sight to behold, I can tell ya. Amazing. Poor Inspector Gregson. So anyway, I couldn't see the cage well because of all the smoke. I didn't really want to see, to be honest. I was scared out of me wits.
Together,
Inspector. Yeah. Prosecution is really asserting that the demonstration was genuine. But if that was actually some kind of switch around trick instead, I mean that the victim was never actually on the stage in the first place. Two explosions would have thrown everyone watching into a panic for sure. I need to find out exactly what's all about that. Yeah.
Okay. So, a green balloon was in the sky.
Yeah. That is what our cause of our second explosion is, for sure. We want to press... No, I don't think so.
Hold it!
Anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Press that.
There were 3 balloons flying above the external stage at the time, I understand. See? All 3 of them were at my Bellamici Bambini. They're all very popular signal. Some people even pay £10 for one ride. £10? That's more than my annual stipend. £20 a month, except as my pocket money. Royals have all the luck. I got up there for free, I did. I played the old I worked for Her Majesty's police card, you know? Detectives have all the luck.
All the luck. Fair enough.
They're so popular, why would you only be operating such a small number of balloons, though? Because I have too many in the skies, they could crash into each other. The operators for the balloons were decided by lots, with each operator manning a particular area. See, and the zone above the experimentation stage is the most profitable. The other impressios, they hate me. Thank you, Miss. I think the court has a clear picture of the arrangements of the balloon rides at the exhibition. Yeah. Perhaps we could hear more about what you actually witnessed of the witness. Right. Fill you in there, my lord. Thank you. So we've got all the information from Pressa. That's all.
Okay, the kid is saying there was a green balloon.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, I think we both hit the I think we both hit the freaking realization of
This is not a rainbow. This is the
gotta be from the
balloon.
balloon.
Yeah, because charred hot air balloons.
Excuse me. Is there something for expecting me to
No.
Yeah.
As you see, there's nothing on this side. Only on the charred side.
Alright, never mind.
We present.
Objection!
I did not hit change. I hate that I did not remember where I was at. That's just so much Persona in my mind.
Objection!
That would support it.
Last thing, this needs to be honest with. No. What? I'm trying to. Oh, I guess you're right. I'm probably presenting the wrong statement. Probably hers.
No, I don't think it's hers. Because if they made... Because here's the thing. If they made the change to... If they had Gots amend the testimony...
Yeah, that's...
There needs to be something... Did you press Gots a second time afterward?
Hold it!
I don't think so. Green balloon, you say? Are you sure about that? Sure. Oh, yes, we did. Yeah, because English is very annoying. Yeah, we pressed it. Wrong to lie. Flying balloons never explode.
Okay, yeah, I do remember.
We could present the crossbow.
No, let's not present the crossbow. I don't think that's gonna...
It's either the crossbow or it's...
I do agree that it is... That there is the blue... That there is the...
I'm gonna present the crossbow. Actually, no, you're right. It doesn't really help out. Like, the only thing I can think of is either presenting on Gina or presenting on Gots. And I'm fairly certain we need to present on this one because it was amended.
Let's do the evidence one more time.
We got the folding crossbow. There's something here. What is this? It looks like a cross between a bow and a gun. It's probably used for the same thing too. And only thing that you can interact with
There is actually two things.
is
Check near where the string is lined up.
yeah, that I've already got.
Okay, and then
Because I believe that's the screw here is where the arrows location is. Had one of these.
and there is one.
Oh, for the handle.
Yeah.
When this round order to draw the bowstring back for attention. Be able to fire each one of forces and place them. In fact, I would imagine it's far more accurate and powerful than Japanese lumber. But I really had no idea what it was.
Okay, so I don't think the crossbow is appropriate for right now.
No. We've already got everything on the green cloth. And the screwdriver has blood. And for the handle, letting us know where we got it from. It's the screwdriver that was poking through the floor of the kinesis machine. It's a little bit like a capital A. Or Andrew, I suppose. Yeah. That's its name.
And here's kind of my line of thinking of it was literally crossbow was probably designed to be able to send and it flying.
Yeah.
Is kind of what I'm thinking.
You think? Is it the crossbow? Is there a line that they can't explode? The only thing I can think of is the crossbow.
Objection!
It's the same statement, yeah. Oh, man. This one's been really stumping me. Because I got stumped on the first time because I couldn't see that there was the second thing on the screwdriver. We've pressed everything, so we have all our evidence. This is not relevant right now. That's not relevant. The only thing I see that are relevant is the crossbow, the green cloth, and the experiment sketch. I'm not even sure where to think with this.
Objection!
No. Hey, why is this?
Quick save.
I don't.
Oh no! When was the last time it saved?
Before the last round of, before the last testimony?
Okay. Alright, you know what? Let me try and figure out.
It's like, I'm like at a loss of,
Let me get it up on my TV real quick.
because we've pressed everything, right?
Do you have the permission to put my camera up in Discord at all?
No.
Hold it!
That piece?
No. No.
Fair enough.
That's too much effort. Yeah, we've already learned about this. I feel like there's like I feel like we're supposed to have like another pursue moment, but I feel like we've already gotten it. We established this by
Actually,
logs.
we didn't listen to Gina's all the way through without pursuing, did we?
Which one?
The first one.
No. But so we're talking about.
Hold it!
So let's go past this. There's nothing right in here. Look around. There's a huge great fireball right next to us in the sky. And 4. Here's out of 4. It's the cage. That's what. The description sounds like the moment after the man was beamed instantaneously through space. Mind blowing, isn't it? That's the 20th century for you, I reckon. Really believe they saw something miraculous take place. Yeah. So we didn't gain anything from.
Yeah.
We have to have it. It's not the glove. It's not the sketch. It's not the crossbow. It's not my armband. So that leaves the photograph of the victim. I don't see any charm marks. This is like the only thing I could think of presenting besides the experiment. Well, we've already presented the experiment sketch. So it has to be the photograph, doesn't it? It's not the screwdriver. That's not in the air. The death report is just how he died.
I mean, Ryan.
Objection!
Nope. Yay! We failed. Odd. Why is this like... Why is this case so much harder? I wish I could go through this faster.
Hold down B.
It's not making a
Guilty.
difference.
Guilty!
Normally I spam
Guilty.
A. No.
Guilty.
Holding B? No.
Guilty! Kill me!
Wow, this one's rough.
It's the table.
God. Why is this one so tough? Retry from this scene. Yes. God, this one's so rough.
You know what you need to press to get
Hold it!
the next scene.
Yeah.
That's Peter. Excuse me!
Alright, so we're gonna get this again. Yep. Alright, so we're back where we were. We have to be missing something.
Hold it!
Press her again. Page, yep.
it!
He just... No. Just never explode. I just realized his hat's a hot air balloon.
Yeah,
But,
I
like...
noticed that for a while. How is that? How is that not discovered?
Good question.
How is he not jumping in pain?
Yeah. That's fact. I'm just gonna listen to Naruhodo here. There's a switch around trick instead. I mean, the victim was never actually on the stage in the first place. So, is the point we're trying to pull here the fact that he's not on the stage?
The bird cage might be on the stage.
Well, the prosecutor's assumption was genuine, but actually some kind of switch around trick instead. And he's never on the stage in the first place. So, but do we have like any evidence that suggests that? Even if we do go after that,
Hold it!
really saw it hit after I hit the tower. I have no idea where this is supposed to be going. I feel like we're missing something.
Hold it!
I've never been this stumped by Phoenix Wright before. Don't insist that it's a trick. So the autopsy report states that hemorrhage of a wound to the chest that pierced the heart inflicted by a sharp implement.
Yeah, I do have it in front of me.
Broken vertebrae most likely from impact after a sudden fall from considerable height. And there's like nothing I can see. It shouldn't be this hard because we have so little evidence. So we know that the piece of the green cloth, it's got a canvas made back with rubber. That's part of the balloon that popped. Yes, we are aware of that.
Like we said, the kid is telling the truth that there was a green balloon there on account of that weakness. The only problem is there's no good statement to really present that to generate actually he's telling the truth and this proves it.
Yeah. Am I really doing this? I feel like we're missing something. Ow! We're after the wrong statement.
Oh,
Statement 1 now conflicts Statement 3.
yeah, okay.
We
That
need to
makes
like,
more sense.
so that just means I can no longer go on the assumption if it's changed, it's not the statement anymore. God dang it.
Objection!
Alright. Have that on rescue. Standby. We'll activate rescue in the standby phase. Said three balloons operate at the time around damaged. See, that is correct. They've been caught in the explosions. Been terrible. I wondered, You might know what this is. Ah, I think it may be C, part of a balloon. A burnt piece of fabric of the envelope. Sorry, the envelope? Pardon. That is the large round part of the balloon which was filled with hot air. It's made from very thick fabric lined with rubber. You do not want it to rip when you rip in the sky. This cloth was found near the experimentation stage. Otherwise, as Mr. Gotts testified, a green balloon did explode that day. So you had the right thinking. We were just going down the wrong statement.
Yeah.
Once again, both the experimentation stage belong to you, Mr. Lynn. Then your statement that you were all undamaged clearly contradicts the evidence. No, these balloons popped. The balloon exploded that day. Why didn't the man say so? Maybe everyone on board was killed. Oh no, having just spent 10 whole pounds for the experience? Oh well. It needs to be like those things crash 50% of the time anyway.
Objection!
Hi, Van Zieks. These pieces did occur, but after the explosion on stage, the point of the materialization shifted to a location occupied by a balloon. Causing the balloon to explode? Yes, eminently plausible. Unfortunate traffic accident.
Electricity plus gas equals balloon.
True, but that changes nothing but the two types. Hold it. This I cannot accept. Why not, Mr. Lynn? Position that I am a liar. The person died in a balloon incident. No need to get fired up, Mr. Loon. The victim was so victim. What's his name again? Balthasar Loon. Balloon. Me too. That's right, and I prove it. Balthasar Loon is not a liar. There was no such balloon in the sky. It's not impossible. You're saying it's possible? Why? The court has more important matters to discuss than the were balloons that are operating at air.
Objection!
Yep. Can't ignore the fact that nobody has to appear to know anything about the other balloon until now. My lord, the defense calls for further testimony from Mr. Loon. I concur. There is clearly more to the truth here than it meets the eye. But we all know that the beauty is an eye of the beholder. But there are no beholders on this stream. Witness, you will give supplementary testimony about the balloons that you were operating at the exhibition. Oh boy. Oh, grazie, my lord. I'm just gonna reread it once the testimony's done. What? What are we going on about? This is not long testimony. So the library landed safely. All three balloons were carrying passengers before the ground explosion. Catastrophe. Yeah, you can't get away with the sin burn up the cloth on the scene. Coppers at the yard reckon there was probably some debris thrown from the explosion on the stage. Stupid Ricasso is mistaken. My balloons have red and blue zigzags stripes anyway. Jurisdiction that the balloon is discharged so not belong to you. See, it's expensive. You had a balloon in the first place. You don't like the sound of it's very bad for business. I'm going to sue the land of Bohemia. If you attack us, we will fight back. The before, all not for. Sir, your Discord is like very lighting up.
Do not know what the cause of that is.
You're fine. I'm just warning you because I've got
Yeah, I'm. I was seeing it actually.
okay. Now that I've got you here, we can just hide it on the full screen. If you attack us, it's built for. Okay. And yet he still buys balloons from him. What happened to all the war? It certainly doesn't appear to be lying. That doesn't change the fact that the testimony and the evidence are contradictory here. The defense is unable to find fault with the witnesses' statements, then the court must consider them to be truth. Yep. Think long and hard on that, my learned friend. The situation has clearly changed now. Get to the bottom of what happened here, no matter what it takes. Do you have crisp noise suppression on by chance?
I think I do, yeah.
That doesn't explain why it keeps hopping then. Time to cross-examine. That would be like my suggestion for like constantly lighting up.
Yeah, looking at it right now, it is crisp noise suppression is turned on.
Hold it!
I'm gonna press Gina. Surprised to find a piece of fabric still at the scene edge. Did you search the area surrounding the stage for clues? No, I'm not into picking stuff up off the ground, me. Coming from a pickpocket. Always works out like better than in people's pockets. Yep. So much for the new career path. Mind you, the boss was on his hands and knees picking up all kinds of rubbish from the floor. Seems though the cage went crashing into the crystal tower, didn't it? So that's where most of the investigating was going on. Even so, I would have thought someone from Scotland would have gathered up his evidence. Or listened to you. You stumbled across a bit of balloon and you said you're the best debater in the world. Pardon? Well, you ain't got a bad idea like this. I could have arrested you if I wanted to. I wouldn't put it past her. Come to think of it, there was talk of some scorching on the ground and meeting. Reading we had about the investigation. That's like kind of relevant. But no evidence.
Hold it!
I think that's what press more about. There's considerable damage to the stage and the surrounding area, wasn't there? Yeah, some of the coves were watching the experiment caught up in the blast and injured. Good job, the old contraption to take you over. Considered that. Seems there was some great panic after the stage incident occurred, nevertheless, the police shouldn't have missed the torn piece of envelope from a balloon. Dr. Gregson can expect repercussions. Make me swiping all his fish and chips, eh? The man's sole pleasure. No, this matters. The scrap balloon envelope means nothing more. As you know, it's a mistake, my balloons have the blue and red zigzag stripes anyway. I think it's one of his statements we actually need to press or present.
Hold it!
Hey. Can I go on like limousine? The route we need to go is like the balloon crashed into the tower. You can? Sorry. It's like asking why does a candle burn bright? It's bright because it burns bright. Balloon flies because it flies. What else? Must be Italian for I don't know. There are two types of flying balloons, hot air balloons and gas balloons. Hot air balloons work on the principle of hot air being less dense than cold air, whereas provides gas balloons to ride through with by using gas that is lighter than air. The balloons are filled with magic gas. So he has gas balloons. So if there was an explosion, it would have blown up the balloon. Explosions tell you balloons have to be. Or I can admit, the balloons exploded there. I'm pretty sure. This data is what happened. You must show me the proof. Alright, shows me 3 balloons in the air that day. None of them were damaged. And what was the one that exploded? Back to the first statement.
Hold it!
Also, if you're talking, don't forget you're a push talk.
I'm not. I'm trying to catch up.
Okay. Grab one. You know what? I might not notice if I was given 100 lentils and one was missing. We're talking about 3 enormous balloons. Do you believe I could be mistaken? That's something grand and expensive. Take the liberty of having the inspected person check this gentleman's warehouse. We have a report here. Clearly says a total of 3 balloons. Here the mistake has been made. That's what you need to ask. What, me? Tell you what I told the boss. He's saying kids like me can only count up to 2. Obviously that ain't true, but the boss bought it and said it. Kill himself in that case. Huh. Wow, Gina. Did we press Gina's second statement?
I've not been paying attention.
Hold it!
I'm push pressing. Yeah, we have. Because this is the contraption point about repercussions, yeah. It's so pleasure. We just have
Hold
the
it!
last one to press. You mean the color is wrong? Please ignore it. I don't have any green balloons in my warehouse. Yeah, a piece of green cloth is found at the scene. It's unmistakably from a balloon. Well, I do not know what that could be. For the sake of argument, let's say a green balloon did explode above the stage. Couldn't therefore conclude it happened on the day in question. Why not? There have been recreational balloon flights overhead parked before the Great Exhibition. One could have exploded on some earlier date, unfortunately. Hey!
Excuse me!
Kid, you're being more useful than I thought you would be. Something wrong, Mr. Gotts? It's Master Wilhelm Gottschalk Sigmund Ornstein. I was on the tip. It was on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, something's very wrong. I know what I saw. There was a green balloon there. I swear it. I swear it all over Bohemia. You can speak as much bad language as you want, but it changes nothing. Quit buying him balloons. No, that's not good. I said I must tell you present to punish you, eh? Perhaps we'll let the judge decide when it comes to punishments. Evidence? What is the evidence? Give a simple example, young man. Photograph, for instance. Some tangible proof of what you claim. Well, why didn't you say so sooner? I have the photograph right here. Good gracious. What?
This kid's holding out on us.
Yeah, this kid's crazy. I had not been up in a balloon for a bit of while, so I was very excited. I looked at lots and lots of photographs of the Crystal Tower, of the Bohemia exhibit, of the streets of London, of the air cellar, the balloon, and the instantaneous kinesis experiment. Did you take a picture of that? Yeah, fun picture. Really? You did take one? I thought that was a ride in balloon. I was not interested in boring experiments. From that, can you show us that photograph? Of course, and then you will see. You will see that I'm not lying, that we really did see a green balloon. That's not green. Well, I see you are too shocked to speak. Yes, I think the shocked is indeed the word, young man. Yeah, perhaps you cannot see that as a green balloon is in this photograph, but it's not my fault. It's not the stupid person who made this camera. That is one very bohemian sounding cry. Very well, the court accepts this photograph as evidence. The photograph of the balloon is just a photograph. It's not my fault. It's the fault of the person who made the camera. Let's look at this picture, shall we?
Honestly, that is showing something a little more relevant popping up.
What? The fact that this is straight and not angled?
Yeah, well, then there's also, what is that beam of light in between, in those two, in the balloon?
Oh,
In that?
I wasn't even looking at that.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no.
What?
Looking back at it, someone fired something at that balloon.
Yes.
Or actually, no. If that's a rocket, if that was a if that was a gas balloon,
It is a gas
that
balloon.
was
That
about
is
to go up
confirmed.
in a giant explosion.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah, someone blew up the balloon just as it was about to start.
And there's nobody in it. There's no one in the basket. Just think about it. If he can get over the basket and take a picture of this, you should be able to see him in this. So we have to assume that there's no one in the basket.
Yep. So, there's. Oh no, that does also unfortunately poke another big hole in the problem.
What problem?
Did the instant kinesis work? Yes or no? If there was no one in the balloon, and we thought it was a trick of some kind.
When did you take the photo? Well, I was on the day of the big explosion. You don't say. When I pressed the shutter release, there was a very loud bang, and a hot wind rushed over my face. This photograph was taken a split second before the explosion occurred. Well, if you ask me, this black and white photograph changes nothing. Not give a flying fig. Lovely language you've picked up. As I thought, Mr. Loon's testimony just doesn't quite add up. The young Bohemian boy claims to have seen another fourth balloon. Mr. Loon vehemently denies the possibility. Hard to imagine the man in charge would be taken about the rest of the room here. Still, this inconsistency must tell us something. So it can't be that statement because it's not carrying passengers. Balloons have the red and blue zigzag stripes anyway, yeah. I guess we can press it a little more.
Hold it!
The photograph is proof. Oh, hey, we got new information by pressing. The prince took photograph as proof. It's Prince William Gottfried Sigismund Olmsteen. But buying balloons from your red blood will not help. Your ragazza. See, it is a balloon, but there's nothing wrong you can see from the black and white photograph. Just look at my head. That is the Baltimore balloon. Best in the business. Try not to get overinflated. Point is this. Here we have a clear photograph of the sky above the experiment stage. There may be a balloon made by someone other than you, Mr. Loon. Who was it? I want to know. Who was this Mongol with no respect for boundaries? press this? Oh yeah, we pressed this. I think we pressed everything at this point.
Want to say,
On the second one? Telegram explosion.
Then explain that balloon with no passengers.
Yeah, that's the point I'm wondering it. But the problem I have with it, and maybe I'm just overthinking it, all three of my balloons were carrying passengers. This proves that it's not his balloon, though.
It would, which at that point, I mean, it's just like, it will bring into question, and who's the owner of the fourth balloon? That's where my line of thinking is going.
Alright, better
Like,
not
at the
bite me
very
in the
least,
butt.
explain this.
Objection!
I hate you so much, the music stopped. Fortunately, the
Come
photo...
on, you gotta know I have my moments.
I know. It's why you keep coming back. It's why you get the return events. You're not just a one-off character that can be killed off.
And I'll fucking do it again.
Damn right, bitch. Unfortunately, the photograph, Mr. Gotts, can't tell us the color of the balloon, but it can tell us something else, something crucially important. What? It shows that the pictured balloon wasn't carrying any passengers. Oh, my goodness, you're right. Surely by all the balloons would have been carrying passengers. There would be no sense in an otherwise. See, they are for pleasures, for seeing the view. My balloons only fly with passengers. Which tells us that the picture balloon isn't one of them, so then when the incident occurred that day, there was a fourth balloon in the skies above the experimentation stage. The mysterious green balloon. I know nothing, niente. I can only tell you one thing. This balloon was not carrying any passengers, then it was not one of mine. Yeah, that's the point I was gonna make.
Objection!
You know, the illegal tradesmen everywhere you care to look. There are clearly some entrepreneur decided to capitalize the company presented by the Great Exhibition. He managed to operate the balloon flights on Mr. Rune's patch without even realizing it. See, the company Castillan was trying to steal my profits. Not notice because of the experiment, so that went so long on the stage. This fourth balloon exploded at the very same time Mr. Husband was beamed up from the stage below. Right, so them scraps over the after and left the scorch marks. They didn't come from the stage at all. It was to the balloon rating. Because no one was in it, it didn't get no attention. A serious fourth balloon carrying no passengers silently floating over the experimentation stage.
Objection!
The photograph shows nothing more. A stray balloon carrying no one and operated by some rogue trader. Clearly has nothing to do with the case. It is relevance does elude me, I must say. The court has seen enough evidence here to ample testimony. The prosecution calls for this trial to be concluded. Really? Have we really got to the truth yet? No, I can't let this up and slip away. Jurors' minds are made up, not in our favor. Well, this photograph tells us nothing more we can learn from it. There's more!
There's more. Someone shot it.
Correct. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, wait. Please don't give your decisions yet. Photograph of Master Gotts may well be hiding one more vital clue. What's that? A vital clue?
Objection!
Well, we're past the point of mere possibilities. It's time for definitives now. So tell the court. What exactly does this alleged clue paragraph prove? Cause of the explosion. You recently assumed the picture balloon was destroyed in the searching heat of the explosion. Yeah, that's right. It's not my fault. Evidently, because the birdcage from the Kinesis machine materialized in the sky where it had been flying. And the balloon, being filled with flammable hydrogen, instantly explosively ignited.
Objection!
No, that's not what happened. But it would appear that this photograph requires closer examination. Counsel for the defense, will you highlight the location of the alleged clue in the photograph for the court? Of course, my lord. Stormtrooper. If you look closely enough, it's plain enough to see. It's shown as linked to another piece of evidence that we have. In a way that leads to an unbelievable conclusion. What it is, whatever this is.
Take that!
The timing of this photograph can only be described as miraculous. If you look, you'll notice there's a bright light line that appears to point directly at the balloon. It's like the red light constants in the film. I'm afraid I can see nothing of the sort. If you look with a magnifying glass, my lord, it becomes clear what the nature of this bright line really is. Goodness, what is that? Undeniably some flash of light, yes. Oh golly, do you think it might be lightning? It couldn't have been a finer day. I believe we may be looking at fire. A bolt of fire heading straight for the balloon like an arrow. Indeed, even my aging eyes would appear to a flame of some sort. My word, are you suggesting that the flame struck the hydrogen gas filled?
Objection!
That's exactly what we're making, Judge. Sir, the balloon would have been 60 feet above the ground at the time. No flame could have possibly reached that height.
Objection!
Now we can present the crossbow. What evidence? Such evidence exists, counsel. Then, for goodness sake, present it, man. It's a crossbow.
Take that!
This was found hidden at the foot of a small ornamental tree near the scene. Good lord, is that a crossbow? The arrow dipped in oil and satellite could have been shot from this weapon, sending a flaming arrow straight into the hydrogen-filled balloon. Are you suggesting that a crossbow was used to deliberately... Blimey, you're right. The streak of light in the photograph looks just like an arrow, doesn't it? Then the explosion of the balloon, it was... very likely the result of a flaming arrow from this crossbow igniting the hydrogen gas inside it. No!
Ultra dramatic.
Because he's friends with the defendant. He knows him from college.
That's not the point I'm trying to get at.
That's the point you're getting. Double order of fries. Counsel, this is extraordinary supposition. If the aim was to cause the balloon to explode, the shooter could have used a gun, of course. However, there's an obvious reason that it would have been out of the question. The noise of the discharge? Of course. That's right. By using a crossbow, the projectile could be fired at the balloon silently. Oh yeah, if someone had shot a gun off the exhibition grounds, it would have caused a real panic.
But with the big explosion, it was a very big panic anyway, no?
I don't like this. Police have found a plausible no explanation for us, but something feels wrong.
Objection!
There it is. You understand the implications of what you're saying, my nice friend? No. The flaming arrow did indeed hit the balloon, then obviously it would have exploded. And if a bit of the birdcage appeared from the smoke of the cloud ensued... What? Wait a minute, are you really saying you... I don't get it. Was the birdcage beamed up into the sky after all? Or what? My goodness me. Now I understand. That's the sinking feeling is about. I think there's a good chance the birdcage was actually concealed inside the balloon all along. It is wood. It would match the basket. What? Did I just hear that correctly, Counsel? There's no going back now. The horse is bolted. Let's assume that I said that the birdcage was hidden inside the green balloon from the start. On stage, when the experiment was started, the birdcage instantaneously disappeared in a cloud of smoke. At that moment, a flaming arrow was fired from the ground, causing the green balloon to explode and drawing the attention of the spectators to the sky above their heads. From amid the smoke, a hidden birdcage then appeared, to fall down and crash into the crystal tower. I think you'll all agree it's entirely plausible. Let's describe behind the truth. Is the real truth behind the miraculous prayer that carried out that day. Good grief!
Objection!
Of course you object. Why wouldn't you? This is ludicrous. Described as no science experiment. It's child's play. A contemptuous display of stage magic. Holmes and Iris. Even Iris said it was impossible. So there's 3 people that don't believe that kinesis can happen. In which case, the only way to explain is not happening. Okay. In any case, the victim's body found inside the birdcage at the Crystal Tower. The indications didn't take place. How do you explain that? Let me put in a word. As a man of magic myself, such apparent discrepancies can easily be explained by simple deception. Theory number 3? All that would be needed is a doppelganger, someone who looks very similar to the victim, Mr. Asman. Having this other man appear on stage for the show as a body double. Ah, yes, of course. So in fact, this man must have been inside the birdcage concealed inside the balloon right from the start.
Objection!
That balloon would have been filled with hydrogen. Anything hidden inside it would have been scattered to the wind when it exploded. No one would ever have embarked on such a risky venture. Not necessarily. The explosive force of the balloon would much depend on the mixture ratio. Theory number 4? Flying balloons are rarely filled with pure hydrogen, but a mixture of other gases such as helium as well. Helium on its own doesn't explode, but by controlling the gas mixture ratio, the explosive force can be altered. Pure ratio? Obviously, the victim's body would have suffered some burns that would have been unavoidable, but not to such an extent to render the whole obscene charade impossible. Everything that happened can be explained logically and scientifically. The explosion and engulfed the stage at the start of the experiment was no accident. It was all part of an elaborate deception to make it appear that instantaneous kinesis had occurred. Well, goodness me. And if we accept that this is what happened, it means that the victim, Mr. Asman, was never present on the public experimentation stage to begin with. In short, he couldn't have been killed by the defendant who was on the stage in full view the entire time. Or Benzeeks did not catch a break. Very hard for the prosecution to count these incredible discrepancies and suspect. Let me guess. How'd I know? Alright, I appreciate your efforts. Thank you. Professor? But you can stop now. Just keep your mouth shut, please. Sorry? What's all this about, Mr. Harebrand? I, Albert Harebrand, hereby confess that it was me who stabbed Mr. Odie Osmond. Why are you confessing?
Pardon? What? Huh?
What more do you want? He's confessing. I can't comment on that.
This man hurts my brain.
This man hurts my brain too, because he does not care if he gets guilty or not. He just wants his hypothesis to be true, which means even testifying against himself and helping the argument that he's the killer. Before you hopped on stream, I wanted to strangle him 4 times!
I want to strangle him right now because I'm trying to figure out if I need to raise an objection or I wait and see.
Alright, I'll put the 5. Yes, it was me, my faithful friend and partner, Andrew the Screwdriver. What? What are you doing? Order! Defendant, explain the subject.
Objection!
Mr. Harebrand, what are you talking about? It's what I've said all along. I must protect my hypothesis in this precious machine. Stand there and claim it was all a trick, an all elaborate prank, but where's your proof? No, you would have to examine the machine if you wanted to prove it, but then it would be all over. Beautiful hypothesis would be laid bare. I mean, the indignity of it. Here you drew the plans for the experiment, but you didn't actually build it. It's quite conceivable that you were duped, Professor. Just let me prove. Barak! Yes? I'll cooperate. I'll do whatever you say. I swear it. Oh, please. Ensure the Special Dispensation Act is adhered to and protect my creation. But if he's found murder, they still get to look at it. We didn't ask for a plea deal. Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hollowed chalice at this critical juncture. Here's to my learned Nipponese friend. Well, his upcoming attempt to clarify the defense's position in the light of the accused's confession. Do you intend to formally assert that the experiment was nothing more than a conjuring trick? Because the moment you do, special dispensary for scientific equipment that protects the professor's position will cease to apply. Prosecution will then demand a rigorous examination of machinery involved to establish the truth. However, if you acknowledge that the machine is genuine and instrumental in the victim's murder, any chance of investigation will be crushed. Confidential, and the confidential purposes that Balfour is preserved. That's where you want to put us. Now, the client actually asked to prove that the explosion on stage was an accident to protect the secrecy of his hypothesis. There's no way to do that with implying the professor's guilt. Do I protect my client's life by asserting his innocence, or do I uphold his quest to see him condemned? Either way, I can't avoid betraying his trust. Silent long enough. Isn't talking your trade, my learned friend? Has all your knowledge of English escaped your confused Nipponese mind? Hello? No escape here. I have to make a choice. It's an impossible one. I have to give up on something. But what? The defense asserts that the defendant's instantaneous kinesis machine was in fact... I really want to go the conjuring trick and save him. Because that's what everyone's been saying. But I also want to kind of respect his wishes. But then he's like...
I'm gonna say he's screwed no matter what. The truth is gonna be more important here.
That's kind of how...
Unless they can prove it was not a conjuring trick in the first place.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. This has got to be what happened.
I'm gonna go with conjuring trick. I'm gonna save him.
Would have saved right before this one.
Nah. No, I can't say it. See, it doesn't even matter. Shut the hell up. No, I can't say it. My client has to face to me. I can't let him down. What must I give up on is not the question you have to ask yourself here. Is what can I protect? Hello? When did you get back?
She's back.
Hi, Susie. We need you. Hello again, Mr. Naruhodo. It's been far too long. Susan-san. But, hey. Oh, hey, we got taken down. It's been 6 months.
Why am I getting thrown upside down?
It'll be time to talk later, Mr. Naruhodo. For now, we must concentrate on the task at hand. Working on not what I have to give up, but what I can protect. Your hairbrain. Yesterday you told me that science is the curse of the truth. Well, my job is to pursue the truth too. Yes, of course. First, I believe that you didn't stab Mr. Asman. I think you've come to realize so yourself too, haven't you? Your experiment and the machine you built with the victim are questionable. The truth behind that is what we must both pursue now. Ooh. Eat. There goes another bottle. So you finally opened your eyes. What? And as for you, Albert, you can't ignore this any longer.
Oh, fuck. I think I know where Van Zeeks is going with this. Along with everyone else.
Yeah, having learned my friend's assertion. Don't you have something to say? Barak, Lord Van Zeeks, Gosh, I've never heard him speak that way before. In truth, there is one thing. Something I remembered that's of relevance. What? On the day it happened, just before I began the experiment, I saw a man near the stage. A man holding that crossbow. I beg your pardon? Professor! Did the man have any distinguishing features? What did he look like? Taller than me, thinner than me, straight hair, straighter and whiter than mine. Oh, one less lens than me, a monocle, rather stylish, black monocle. One thing in particular will help positively identify the man, you see. I know him very well. Oh no. After all, he's the engineer who built my invention. What? He built the machine? That's right. Mr. Asman introduced me to him a year ago. He's a man by the name of Enoch Drebler. Where's the name pun? I'm not getting it. Enoch Drebler.
There might be a middle name on top.
Enoch Drebler?
Oh shit, they know him.
Members of the jury seem flustered. Not a name any scientist wishes to hear. That man's an abomination. Not a name any conjurer wishes to hear either. What on earth is he? I'm afraid this isn't the first tale of this nature that I've heard in scientific circles in this connection with that name. Let's talk about another flamboyant experiments that turned out to be nothing but stage trickery in the end. Obviously, the rascal is after the government's research grant money. The magicians are in need of money. I've heard of them into these underhand tactics. It's acquaintances of mine with experience of such things have mentioned Enoch Drebler's name before. The man's both an engineer and a magician. Yes, we're dealing with an unparalleled confidence trick. That's Enoch Drebler for you. Well, we know what we're dealing with now. So it's true then. My invention, my great machine, was just a grand illusion? Considering what we've just heard about Mr. Drebler's character, I'm sorry to say that sounds increasingly likely. Even though no one else believed it, I wanted to. I wanted to believe the machine would function exactly as my hypothesis predicted. Which is why you were so opposed to it being investigated, I presume. I knew that the machine was examined in detail, suspicion would give away my hypothesis. Obviously, I didn't want that to happen. But at the same time, I knew that if I was found to be nothing more than a trick, a work of deception, everything I'd worked towards, all my research, all my dreams, all my whole life would be over. I was terrified at the prospect. You really had no idea then, did you? About the true nature of the machine that was built. And the true nature of Mr. Drebler. I never questioned everything. I didn't want to question it. It's entirely possible that Mr. Asman and Mr. Drebler were working together to use you as a means of fraudulently acquiring the research grant.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, especially Drebler. When I announced my invention to the crowds that day, it was the finest moment of my career. All the levers turned all the dials exactly the way Drebler had described. When the smoke suddenly started billowing out, I panicked. I didn't know what was happening. I really don't know the whole illusion that was made to work. I don't know anything anymore. Let me confirm one final point with you, Professor. You now consent to the prosecution submitting the necessary paperwork to release your invention from the protection afforded by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. Yes, please go ahead. I'm sorry. So at this point, we are saving him and not the invention. It appears that we shall have to suspend proceedings for the remainder of the day now. Lord Van Zieks? Lord? The court has newly been made aware of another party whose involvement in this matter is critical. Yes, Mr. Trevor. Gather information about the man. If possible, I should like to be served with a subpoena. Pleasure, my lord. Now, counsel.
Rip him a new asshole.
Yeah, for the defense. Miss Miller. When we reconvene, I shall be looking for one thing and one thing alone. Evidence that the defendant is innocent of the crime for which he presently stands accused. I understand. Good. In that case, this court is adjourned until tomorrow morning. Oh, hey, it's almost 9:30. 23rd of October, 1:36 p.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber. Oh, poor hairbrain. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? I'm so sorry. I was wrong. You were right. I tricked you. You trusted me. I dragged you into my mess. Oh, how did it ever come to this? I'm so sorry.
Hairbrain, calm down. You were used, plain and simple.
You could almost say he had a hairbrain. I'll see myself out. Nah, that's not soundboard. That's just me transitioning. I just changed the scene. I've always wanted to do
I wasn't
that.
paying attention to that at all.
Nah, man. We were ending the stream fakely. Did you really have no idea, Professor? Well, what Mr. Trevor was really up to? I mean, about what he was really constructing? Naturally. That machine was the embodiment of my hypothesis. All my hopes and dreams. I had complete faith in it. Alright, in that case, I won't say more. Now, sadly, the murder accusation still stands. We must do as much investigation as we can before the trial resumes tomorrow. Well, thank you for doing so much for me.
We gotta prove at least him innocent.
Yeah, that's true. Hi, Susie. So sorry for arriving late this morning. Arriving late? You received my postcard? I wanted to let you know I had arrived. Postcard? What postcard? I hid it from you, Rina, so it would be a surprise.
Iris!
Oh, did it work? I was surprised, alright, especially when she threw me to the ground. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I was just so happy to see you again that it sort of slipped out. Maybe we could stick to more traditional displays of emotion in future?
Yeah, that was excessive.
Susie's train was late into London, Victoria this morning, you see. We made the coachman really whip the horses hard so she didn't miss the whole trial. I was watching from the gallery for a while, but in the end, I'm afraid I couldn't contain myself. Oh, I'm glad you didn't. Having you at my side in court gives me the strength I need to win. So, I'm delighted to see you back in London. Oh, you're too kind, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm delighted to be here. So happy to have Susie back. Hope I can continue to be service to you. Of course. So, what brought you back? Professor Mikatoba not protest? Let's save all that conversation for when we're back at home, shall we? I've made one of my most special blends ever for this special occasion. Oh, Iris, how wonderful. I can't wait. And with that, I think we've reached a safe point. Since Tassan was back in London, it's hard to describe how happy that made me feel at the time. Despite my elation, our tale was about to take another extraordinary turn. Yeah, there's our to be continued.
Now I get to play Chronicles.
Yes, you do. next question for you, sir.
Listening.
Are you available this weekend? Like specifically
Double-checking that now,
between
hold
noon to 3 on Saturday.
Double checking that now. I'm pretty sure I am though.
Pog?
I am free as a bird Saturday.
Oh, good.
I don't like how you said "oh good." I don't know why, but I don't like it. But also at the same time, bring it on.
Yeah. Right now, just looking through my Steam library real quick. Would you be down for some blood and murder?
Depends on what kind of blood and murder.
Blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull throne.
Skulls for the skull throne. Blood for the blood god. Yep.
All
Okay,
right.
I know where you're going with that one.
I'll drop a pig in the server, don't worry. We'll see where this gets us. I will definitely try to reach out to Lone Wolf. I'm gonna try to get him in on this mess.
Am I trying to convince Tomahawk yes or no?
I mean, that's where I'm dropping the ping. So if you can convince him to, I'd be down.
I mean, I don't think he'd object.
I just don't know what his work life is like. So like, I know he works third shift, but I don't know if he like works weekends or such.
He does work every other weekend.
Every other, okay. I'll drop that ping now while I'm thinking about it then.
So I don't know if our trip to see you, who 2 weeks ago has thrown everything off for not.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say take everything with a grain of salt at this point.
So if we get 4 people for that on Saturday, that's what we're gonna do. And if it falls through, we'll figure something out. But as of right now, 100% orange juice Saturday, right here, right now. We won't have Lone Wolf. Oh, hey.
No Lone Wolf.
Tomahawk. Tomahawk says yes.
Oh, you already messaged him?
Oh, I already dropped it in the server.
Oh.
All right, so we'll figure out a 4th person. I'll see who I can round up. So it will be 100% orange juice this Saturday.
I know for a fact you probably are some. Am I against it? But bring you annoying in.
No, I'm gonna see if I can get some returning people from the last time we consistently streamed it. That's who I was thinking. I was gonna reach out to Pika.
We want you back. We need to fight over the who holds the title of Blood God.
I know. I kind of want to take the throne back from him, but either I'm gonna try and get Pika, or I'm actually gonna try and see if I can get some of the people who didn't really get much time on the stream back in 2021. One of them, I won't sell them out, is lurking in the chat. I do see them, but I'm not gonna sell them out. I just blame Mix It Up for calling out all the lurkers, and I don't like that. But you got to do what you got to do. So Saturday noon to 3, we'll just play some more orange juice. Beat the citrus out of people. I would say pulp. Anna, we're just freshly squeezing this one a little too much. All right, I'm gonna push the button. We've been here long enough.
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button. This ship will self-destruct in 3 minutes.
All right, time to see ourselves out.
Yeah, time to see ourselves out. It was almost concentrated at the jokes here tonight. So
I'm leaving.
Good. Get out of here. Bad jokes aside, Tuesday, we'll be back from our Great Ace 32, and hopefully we won't struggle. I felt so bad breaking out the guide to figure out what the heck we were missing. God, it tells me we really need to brush up on our Ace Attorney thinking. But that's what I get for playing too much Persona 3. Speaking of Persona 3 Reload, I might end up streaming a New Game Plus here. Just depending on how I feel. That's kind of floating on the radar right now. The other thing we're looking at grabbing is, I did show it earlier, Apollo Justice we now own. So probably after Great Ace Attorney 2, we'll eventually play the Apollo Justice trilogy. And I also have, it should be right here. I have no idea why I have the hiccups now. It's Persona 5 Tactica. Another game I really want to look into and play. And I love tactic games.
Howard.
Oi! Don't make me lose your permissions. So we're gonna go and play some orange juice on Saturday. I'll figure out who our fourth is. If worst comes to worst, we'll throw an AI on it as much as I don't like it. Is there anybody I can yeet us on over to? I would love to do a raid. Even though this hasn't been one of the bigger streams, I really want to go say hi to some people. Aurora's live, Wolfie's live. Tactic menu only. Oh no. P3R. No, we're not that insane. Could go drop by mistakenly sci-fi. Just double checking all my people are live. You know, what's Wolfie up to right now? I would love to say hi to Wolfie. Wolfie's playing Warframe. What's Aurora playing? Aurora's playing... Oh, Twilight Princess. That's a game I want to see. Like the original was played. No. We're portable stands here. You can blame Moon. So I'm going to send us over to Aurora because I really like Twilight Princess. It's one of the Zelda games that actually piqued my interest. So I will send us on over there. And I hope you all have a great night. And I will see you guys Saturday for some 100% orange juice. And let's go have some fun, shall we? Howling.